just have to start over because my live got cut. And so anyway, I am back for those of you who was watching and then I got cut off. Oh, I thought I. Okay, so hello everybody. Hello everybody. This is live and I can't go back and cut or edit or anything like that. That is one of the things with going live. You can't start over. You just have to keep going. So anyway, this show is about being a notary and how much money can I make? That is a question people always want to know, right? We want to know about the money, even though we don't even know what a note. Most times, people don't even know what a notary public is. They don't even ask what, they don't ask any other questions other than one, how much money can I make? And two, is it a good side gig or a side hustle or whatever? And it's just like, do you even know what a notary is? Did you even do your research? Well, just like a lot of first time buyers, homeowners, we look at HGTV and we get all excited about some of the renovations and those new homes and those upgraded houses that they show us. And so we go out there with these high expectations, thinking we're going to get like $1 million house on a $25,000 salary, annual salary. Okay, 50,000. Okay. They don't tell you about all the taxes and all the stuff that comes along with it. So that's the same thing with some of you. You have watched some videos and you've seen a lot of those coaches talk about how they got, they have their coaching students showing like, yeah, I made 200,000 this month, or some crazy number. And not all of it is far fetched, but then you have to look at the date of the video, the season we're in, uh, when we were back a couple of years ago in that, when the whole world changed and then it opened up, people were getting money, people started buying houses like crazy. It's just so for a notary, because I was like prior to that, and I'm still a licensed agent in the state of California. I can still do real estate, practice real estate, but I choose not to. My license is active, and if today I wanted to, say, hey, you know what, I want to get back into real estate full time or whatever, I can easily go and sign up with a broker in my local area, but that's not what I choose to do. So I started working or came on as a full time notary during that, when the world changed. I had already, I was already commissioned, but I only did a few loan signings. Well, I was exclusive to one of my friends who is the lender. She's also like my mentor, so she taught me a lot about the lending business. She actually tried to convince me to get my license to be a licensed loan consultant. But I'm like, girl, I watch you, honey, and those numbers and all flipping through all that paper and trying to figure out somebody's budget and all that. Like, that is not my ministry, okay? Numbers. I didn't even, when I went back to school to get my master's, I initially jumped in the MBA program. But girl, really? When they start talking about some accounting and statistics and all that, I'm like, first off, I can barely say statistics without. And then when I got into that accounting class, I'm like, what the heck? I had to get a tutor the first day, like, oh no, you know what, I'm better at writing. I'm good at writing. I'm good at reading some contracts. I can read a contract. I can write up some language. You know, I can do those things. So let's just get in a regular program. So that's what I did. I got my master's in um, public administration, public policy, or something like that. But anyway, so I was already during this, when the world changed, during that 2020 situation, I was already commissioned. So I hesitant, I was reluctant about doing it because of course I was thinking about what my peers would think about me. And some of my lender buddies were like, girl, make your money however you can make your money. And I'm like, but I'm a realtor. And they're like, yeah, a broke one with no clients. I'm like, dang, just hurt my feelings. Okay. So anyway, I that's what I did, and oh, God just opened the doors for me. So for before we even start talking about money, let you guys don't even know what a notary public is or is not. And let's start with a notary public is not. Okay? A notary public is not an attorney. We do not act as an attorney or a lawyer. So therefore, we do not give out legal advice. We do not give out or provide forms. We do not tell you how to fill out forms. So you're probably thinking like, well, Tina, I heard about loan signing agents, and you guys have to know about the loan packages and you help people sign the loan documents. Well, yeah, we don't explain the documents to them. We don't tell them, we don't go over the numbers like that. We just pretty much say, hey, the title of this form is this, that, and that. And then we'll say you have 3 days to decide if you want to cancel this loan, if that's part of the loan package. But we don't go and be like, okay, your interest rate is this and how it's calculated, blah, blah. No, that is not our job. If they have questions about their interest rate and all that stuff, like, look, you need to talk to your lender, okay? Call escrow. So, as a notary public or a loan signing agent, we are not lawyers. We are not attorneys, so we do not give legal advice. We do not provide forms. We do not help you fill out the form. Okay? We will point here and say, sign your name, put the date here, and then on this form you might have to put your social security number, with your loan signing. But that's the extent of us kind of guiding you through the loan package, okay? But we're not be like, okay, we're not explaining this and the reasons behind it and all the logic and all that, okay? So what is a notary public? And according to the National Notary Association, a notary public is an official appointed by a state government to serve the public as an impartial witness during notarization. So we are public servants. We help mitigate fraud, risk of fraud by witnessing the signature on a document. So we identify if this person is who they say they are based on. So if the documents, my name is Tina Strange. So my documents, those, if I'm doing a loan signing or I'm doing power of attorney or whatever it is, it should have Tina Strange. I should have state valid ID that shows my name, who I am, and that's what we are witnessing. We are not witnessing the validity of the documents. It is not our job to say this document is fraudulent. Now, common sense is, if we know that, or sense that, okay, this something's not adding up, this is not your wife, or this is not the husband, like what's going on, then yeah, we can make that judgment call, right? But yeah, we're not saying, oh, this document is a fraud. Like, I'm not reading through this document like, oh, this is blah blah blah. Now, because I we know what the forms look like. We know what should go in the forms, okay? And if you coming up with some BS, then we're gonna be like, no, like, there's just some things that we have to detect. Like, the signer has to be able to mentally and sound, be in sound mind, to say they understand what they're signing, right? Like, you can't be, somebody is in the bed in the coma, and then somebody over there signing for them. So that, those are those type of things, right? So anyway, now that you guys know what a notary is, we are a public servant. We do not have a license. Our piece of paper is not a license. We are commissioned. We are commissioned notary publics. We notarize documents. So that was a mouthful. Let me take a breather. And so you can get yourself together too, because I said a lot. Yes. Okay. And I do kind of laugh a lot. No, I'm not uh, related to Kamala. I know she laughs a lot, and sometimes I do kind of have this little laugh, but it's me. It's my personality. I'm sorry if it bothers you, but no. So back to this money situation. Like, can I make some money? How much money? Give me the money. Bring me the money, honey. Yes. How much money can I make? that's what you guys are on here waiting to see. How much money can I make? And so my short answer to that is, how much are you willing to work? Huh? What are you willing to do to make the money? Because after all, this is not a salary position where they say, hey, you make 100,000 a year, and you're gonna work day and night or whatever. These are your hours, and this is what you're gonna make. All you're gonna make, no matter how long you work, right? No, this is a business. This is your business. Whether you refer to it as a hustle, a side hustle, a side gig, a part-time gig, it is a business. It's a 10, you get a 1099, unless you're working full time at a company where you have some type of agreement to notarize documents on their hours and blah blah blah. That's a whole different topic. We're talking about you running your own business, making your own hours. The schedule is flexible. Now, when I say that you can make, you probably watch some videos where people are like, yeah, you can make $75 to $250. Well, it depends on your state, and then it depends. So that's loan signing, right? Being a mobile notary, the state has a defined fee that you can charge people. For California, it's $15 per notarization per person. So, for example, if there are two people and only one document needs to be signed by both parties and notarized, then it's $15 per person per notarization. So that one sheet of paper is going to be $30, right? Now, if I have to come to you, if I have to travel to you, then there's a separate travel fee. And that is something that each notary will decide what that fee is, okay? So that's how you make your money in general notary. And so you're probably thinking like, well, how am I make if I'm only making $15? Well, remember, or well, you don't know. So there is nothing to remember. But just because and this is what a lot of active notaries who don't do notary um well, some who are only focused on being a loan signing agent, they don't realize that there are a lot of customers who the their title company or their escrow company will mail them the documents. They may be buying a property out of state. Um, it can be local, and the escrow company will send them their the paperwork or email it to them, and then they will say, "Hey, I have my own notary," and they will call their local notary and say, "Hey, I need someone to sign my documents." A lot of times people think like, "Oh, I'll get my own notary because my bank will notarize my paperwork for free." Well, each and every bank is different. If it's most times they will only notarize their own documents, and some banks will not even notarize their own loan documents. They go through a third party to handle that for them. And so they will still end up calling a local notary, and then they'll search on Google notary near me, or they'll put the city in or whatever. So you would charge $15 per notarization, and that can add up. And sometimes for me, I'll just cap it, because especially if they're paying out of their pockets, it's a decision you have to make. For me, I wanted to retain my clients because during that situation a couple of years ago, people were just like charging almost $100 for one sheet of paper to go to a person's house. And I'm like, okay, you guys. So I probably did miss out on a lot of money, but you know what? I made a lot of clients. I had a lot of return clients. And then I had clients like, I'm like, nope, this is my fee. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna give you more. I'm like, no, we don't accept, so um when you're fair, and God just bless you. God just opened the doors. At least He did for me, and I'm grateful for that. So, with that said, I don't even want to drag this out, but and you guys should just get the I'm sure you understand where I'm going with this. So yes, you can be an loan signing agent. Things have changed. Uh, yeah, if you join some of these mentorship, these classes where you get a mentor, um they will probably throw you out more meat, throw you out more deals, and then in exchange you do your testimony, and then they move on to another person or whatever. So I would not get so caught up on like, yeah, oh, I can make 100 grand this year, and you're putting a cap on what you can make, because if that's all you're striving for, 100 grand, but your purpose of even becoming a mobile notary and having your own business, maybe making 100 grand, 200 grand, it might be feasible. But do you want to work day and night? Do you want to burn yourself out like that? When I started doing it, man, like the work was just overflowing. It was an abundance of work. And I knew that as much as I wanted to be greedy, my body just could not handle those long hours. I after 4 and 5 loan signings, because those packages are huge. I just had no more words to say. By 5 or 6 o'clock, my mouth is just like I have. Though you have a script and you say the same thing over and over, it was just like my body would get exhausted. And mind you, you still got to get up and do it again, right? So, yeah, you might be hungry in the beginning, and then you're like, I'm just taking whatever. There's those slow periods where you really not making money, so you're just like, look, I'm gonna work Monday through Sunday, and I don't care. I'm taking whatever comes in. And then you'll realize sometimes you're like, this is not the what they want to pay. It's not worth it, and so no, you will pass up money. Yes, you can get, the goal is to get your own direct clients, but then you have to remember sometimes your direct clients, there are so many factors that play into this of getting direct clients, working with signing services, getting general notary work. You have to just really market yourself. You have to have a plan. You have to have a plan for your business. You have to have a plan in place on your schedule. You have to have a plan for your expenses. Like there are so many factors. So if you're just coming in focused on the money, you're going to be greatly disappointed. You're going to be greatly disappointed if you are coming into this business straight from a 9 to 5. You're going to burn out because you're used to just going to a cubicle and you're making your money. Well, sometimes your day may not start till 5 o'clock, and you may not, your, like, sometimes my schedule may not start to 2 o'clock, and then I work all the way through the night, depending on how hungry I am and how many appointments I've had in the week. And then you have your family saying, that's too late for you to be out. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, I know, but I got to make my money. I got to pay my bills. And then you have your expenses. So there are just so many factors that play into this, and you have expenses. There are things that you, as a loan signing agent, like you have to make sure that you have paper and not one ream of paper. You need to order by the cases, okay? You definitely have to make sure you have um, extra cartridges for your printing. You have to have scanners. There are tools that you have to purchase with that money. You know, and you're not you're gonna come into this business unless you have the hookup. You may not instantly make any money. You may not get any appointments for a while. I I'm in different notary groups, and there are some notaries or loan signing agents who said they've been commissioned for 6 months and haven't gotten out one opportunity because a lot of the agencies or a lot of the lenders, you have to have insurance, you have to have a bond, and it has to be a certain dollar amount in order for them to even want to work with you. Some people, you got to submit all this information, all your credentials, because you're going to be like, well, how do they know? Because you have to submit your credentials on an annual basis. Okay, you got to get your fingerprints and keep that updated once a year. So there are a lot of moving parts in this business, a lot of money that goes out, and sometimes the money is not coming in like it should be. This is not to discourage you, this is just to kind of give you a reality check. And there's a lot of traveling. If you want to make money, you have to get over, I don't drive. I don't like traffic. Because even if you're in your neighborhood, like at some point you're gonna have to come out of your neighborhood. You will have to travel like mobile notaries. It is what it is, a mobile notary, and we travel. I will travel 30 minutes. I've traveled an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to an appointment. And sometimes the money ain't mathing, but because this is a regular client and they keep the money flowing for you, you just like suck it up and go. You know, sometimes you have to just do what you have to do to make ends meet and make people happy, right? Yes, and while this is your business, yeah, you can't be pissing people off because while this is a huge a huge industry, it's a small community, and a lot of the agencies, a lot of the lenders all work together and they all talk. Okay. So what the Bible says, a name is a good, you don't want to ruin your name. Okay, you don't want to ruin your reputation, and it's not hard to do. So anyway, so can you make money? Yes, you can make money. I've made some money and I'm in a season because I moved into a new area. I'm not marketing as much as I should, as I used to, and that's another thing. You have to market. You have to let people know you're out there. You have to talk. You have to network. You have to spend money to make money. Yes. Use your free avenues. Social media is your friend, but you do have to get up and get out there. So if you're a hustler, yeah, you're going to make some great money. If you don't mind being out there, if you don't mind traveling, you're going to make some money. But if you're lazy and you don't like people and you're afraid of dogs and cats, and if you have all these hangups, you're not going to make money. You're going to have to get over a lot of phobias. You can't, just about 89% of the household have pets, cats. You're going to be going into situations. Not everybody is going to be able to meet you at a coffee shop or a restaurant. So, I mean, yeah, you can cancel, but you can pass up those appointments. Like I said, it's your business and depends on, if you have a spouse who can support you and help, is bringing in some income where you can turn down business and you don't have to, it can be a side hustle, you can work, do a couple of notaries while the kids are in school. It's your business. It's your business. You can make as much money or as little money as you want. So, can you make a lot of money? Yes. Will you have to sacrifice a lot of things? Yes. Can you make your own schedule? Yes. But if you sacrifice, I mean, if you be like, you know what, I can make my own business, I can hang out every time somebody's having a party, you ain't gonna make no money, baby girl, baby boy. You're gonna still be passing up some appointments. You have to pick and choose which party you're gonna go to, which party you're not gonna go to, which happy hour you're gonna go to, which happy hour you're not gonna go to. There's gonna be networking events, and you're gonna have to make sure you're good on your calendar, okay? And you have to, as much as you're getting, you still have to set aside some time to market your business, to market yourself, to make sure people remember you. Do I always do that? No. Do I need to get back on my job? Yes. Yes, but I'm here to share with you that this is an amazing career. This is amazing business. It can be, but you have to want to do it. I learned that no matter how much money you make, if you don't like something, then you're not going to do it. Like I caught myself going back to the workplace, and that was recent. And I went to that job 4 weeks, and it was a struggle. I'm looking like I'm back in a cubicle setting. I can't do this. I can't do this. But you have to pick and choose. You want to be in a cubicle or do you want to be on the streets? And I chose the streets. I chose the streets. I enjoy, as much as I get tired of being in the streets, I enjoy being in the streets. I enjoy being in the mountains. I enjoy seeing the cows. I enjoy seeing the farmers. I enjoy interacting with people. I enjoy talking to people. Sometimes though I get frustrated and I call my mom and want to, I vent to her, I still have love to get out and do my mobile notary loan signing business. So I'm going to end on that note. You make as much money or as little money as you please. Just depends on your work ethics. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know. I am here. Okay. Again, my name is Tina Strange. I am a mobile notary commissioned in the state of California in Kern County. I see you guys later. Bye bye.